Welcome back to Foundation Physical Therapy's YouTube channel. We wanted to show you a couple of things to improve your hip stability in half kneeling. We have quite a few videos on half kneeling to improve your dorsiflexion, your ankle range of motion. We also have some half kneeling videos to improve your flexibility of your hip flexors and kind of your IT band. So what we noticed was that a lot of times people are attempting these things in half kneeling and have poor stability on the stable knee or the knee on the floor. So what we're going to do is show you how to improve that. So for starters, you can just get a small towel or one of these foam pads, something just to make it more forgiving on your knee. And the start position, your standard position is half kneeling. You have everything squared up, meaning you're nice and tall. This knee is lined up with this shoulder, and this one's directly under this shoulder, and just try to hold. If that's easy for you, then what you do is you narrow your stance so that this foot is in front of this knee. So I'm narrower side to side, right? But I still have my distance front to back, and then I just try to hold here. Right? If this continues to be easy, we can progress it. One thing you want to check though when you're in this position is that you're not loading up on this front leg. You should be loading 90% of your weight on this back leg. One way to check that is just to lift up and see if you can balance. And obviously it's going to be more difficult, but you should feel like the bulk of your weight is supported through the trail knee in this situation. So you can start by holding here. You can even narrow your base of support a little bit front to back here. Now this starts to get a little more challenging. I can just hold here for time, and I should feel this hip, and I should feel my core engaging, right? And if I want to make it harder, then I start to reach overhead, which makes it more challenging. When you're reaching overhead, you want to make sure that you're not arching your back. It's just a reach. At this point, you may feel a stretch, an increased stretch in your IT band, kind of hip flexor, all this anterior structures of the hip, and then you can just hold that, right, as a stretch. There's a further stretch which you have a different video on for IT band stretching where you would add some rotation. This being more focused on stability, we just hold. Now if all of that gets easy and you're real proficient, then what you do is you get back in your half kneeling stance and then you take some sort of resistance. So we're using the Kaiser here. If you don't have a Kaiser at home, then what you can do is take a resistive band, something light, anchor it to a door over here or any structure that won't move. And you're going to start here. Half kneeling, the weight's pulling from the side that I'm kneeling on. I grab with my opposite hand, and then I'm going to overlay the opposite hand. Get nice and tall, set my pelvis, stay here, and then I'm going to punch out. I'm going to try to hold that for a 5-second count. If you find that you're doing a lot of this or really have to lean your body this way, this resistance is too much. It shouldn't be that difficult. It should be at a point where you feel that it challenges you, but you continue to be successful. And I'm going to punch out again, and hold. And what I would do is repeat this on both sides. So if you're having difficulty performing the activities that we showed on previous videos to improve your range of motion and half kneeling, because you feel like you can't remain stable and you're falling over, this progression here is something that you can very easily do to improve the hip stability. And you can kind of take it up to the nth degree because the more resistive you make this, the more work is going to be on this hip. So try that out as a standalone or to facilitate your stretching activities in half kneeling.